You know why we're not afraid? What? No, he's great internal. Turn was destruction. Y'all think he come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we're out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. Go! Fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker, go. It's my battle cry. Oh! Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that they stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker, Jewish. We Lords, generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege, given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say, Jacob, don't take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march the ox on drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped out for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. For Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives know Ray got that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out with the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker, go. It's my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat fashioned. In the trap we escaped, our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk. Let my people go, cause that's my battle cry.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Israel. Most High bless.
Most High bless. Oh, excuse me. Okay, it's a lot going in Israel, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about that too. But also, I just want to talk about tomorrow's show. Most High will. We got Professor Lee Cummings coming on tomorrow, right? Scholar, extraordinaire, another scholar by the name of Kofi, right? He's out of so-called Africa, right? West parts of Africa. Here, he speaks some of the Hebrew dialect over there. His family, I believe from the tribe of Gad, just all the customs and everything, and trust his history goes back deep. And the brother Lee Cummings is gonna be dropping a bombshell tomorrow. Okay, he's dropping a bombshell tomorrow. I can't wait because I can't say it. I'm gonna let him do it. It's his bombshell. But man, the scholarship is going to be on another level. Mighty Hebrew will be on tomorrow, most high will. And I'm gonna try to get the brother Endurance son. I'm saying this. Am I saying it right, Shashan?
Yeah, and Didrik's. Yeah.
And Didrik's son had him come on, who's a world traveler and a scholar within his own right. So we're gonna try to start pushing out more of the scholarships of the brothers, and of course our brother Yehuda will be on just to knock down a lot of falsehood and try to F.O.P.E up as much as we possibly can. You know, give you a good folk. So yeah, that's some of the news we want to break out. Shasha, you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Y'all don't want to miss this. This is going to be great. This is going to be great for Israel. There's going to be a lot of powerful information come out there with all these scholars in the room at the same time, dialoguing and talking about many things. And also, if y'all got questions that y'all want us to ask the scholars, email Elder QANATH. So we can ask him the questions for Professor Lee Cummings and the other scholars that come on. Email Elder QANATH if y'all got any questions that y'all want to ask, because we're not going to be able to ask all the questions that y'all might want to ask these scholars when we are talking live. We ain't going to be able to sit there and look in the comment board and be looking at questions. So email y'all questions to Elder QANATH email. What is that QANATH at? Tell them the email.
White Johnson, all lowercase and White Johnson, 123 at yahoo.com. One of the moderators get it. Most high bless all the moderators. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Yep.
Yeah. So email Elder QANATH y'all questions that y'all want us to ask Lee Cummings and the other scholars that's going to be on tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of powerful information coming out. Make sure y'all have paper, pencils to write down what's going to be said and talked about, because some of the stuff is groundbreaking and Israel never heard before. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock. It will be multiple Eastern time. It's going to be, and I'm gonna pre-set up the show. There's going to be multiple scholars on here speaking about things in Israel and stuff that's never ever been heard of before. So make sure y'all here and you don't want to miss it. It's going to be great, 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 great.
In fact, I would say tune in because some of the stuff that was told to me last time and today, I never heard of it. And I heard a lot. I'm sure Mighty Hebrew, when he hear this, he's going to be taken back. Run Prospect is going to be taken back with this information that the brother's going to be bringing out. I mean, we talking about physical evidence, languages, on another platform, man. On another platform. It's also, we're going to talk about H-Town. You know, they're not going to be able to stand a chance up against this. This is for everybody. Everybody here, man. I don't care what school of thought you come out of, man, as far as being Israelite. This stuff right here is going to be dropped tomorrow. Man, I can't wait. I truly cannot wait. We was going to do it today, but I said, no. Let's go and do it tomorrow. You know, tomorrow. But it's going to be something interesting, man.
Right.
Yeah, I think stuff stuff we've been bringing out is something. Now here, I will say this: let the Most High guide you if you think it's true, because I don't necessarily have to agree with everything the brother gonna bring out or brothers are gonna bring out. But damn, I got floored a little bit. I was like, damn, right? So I'm sitting up here like, man, I need to record this phone went out right because the brother is going. You know, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. The Hebrew, the way we speak it, I mean, it's gonna be good. Like I said, the brother Coffee. Let me see, make sure I say his right. Kofi, say his name right. He's actually from Africa. Okay, his family, you know, they from the tribe of Gad. he know other brothers. Yeah, shalom. And Shan, say something real quick.
Okay. Yeah, the other brother, he's from the tribe of Gad, and he's actually from Africa, and he speak I think a few dialects of the Hebrew. He'll be on tomorrow too. So it's gonna be a lot of scholars on, and this information that's gonna come out is serious information. You know what I'm saying? Like we pushing the nation of Israel forward to the next level with this information. You know what I'm saying? No more pseudo scholarship. You know what I'm saying? No more being scared of the truth. You know, we just need to put this information out there and keep the nation moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And some brothers, man, you just gonna have to accept some facts on some things. It is what it is. You know, you can't keep holding on to the full 11. You know, if it wasn't true, it wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not holding on to old 11. You know, anything like that. I'm only trying to hold on to the truth. You know, and like I said, out of any school of thoughts. It's truth out of all school of thoughts, okay? But it's also lies in all schools of thoughts. So no one school of thought have all the truth, man. The truth is in pieces, and we gotta bring it together, you know. And that's what we need to do as a nation of people. We need to sit down and talk about this stuff and stop being scared and stop ignoring doctrine or stop not willing to hear brothers out and see where they're coming from and examine the matter, and then say, okay, if this don't match up, then we won't deal with that. And that was what the whole Hebrew Israelite summits and stuff was supposed to have been about. You know what I mean? And we're not bashing, just saying that's what all that's supposed to have been about. Going over the doctrine, like the whole thing about the new moon Sabbath, and if we on the 7-day Sabbath, you know, stuff like that. This stuff got to be discussed. But go ahead, Elder.
Yeah, they might take video down, man. Some man told me. You know, I was like, damn. You know, and here's the thing. A lot of people that's not Israelites know this stuff, right? I would say the powers that be that knows this stuff, man. And it's like, wow, they've been hiding this shit all this time. That's why I'm not against any elders in the form of trying to destroy them in that shape. You know, it's just that knowledge has increased, man. You know, and I'm starting to see it's starting to get past my knowledge. Like I said, what I learned today, I was like, damn, I gotta open up all these books I got over here. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, I got a question I gotta ask them too. Because I saw this yesterday, QANATH. I meant to tell you, man. I saw this elder teaching, man. Don't you know he was teaching out the Book of Mormon, claiming the Book of Mormon is another part of the Bible. And I was like, what? Like, listen, when I say I never heard of this before, I read the Book of Mormon, right? So many contradictions in it, right? But I'm like, he believed we are the 10 tribes of Israel, and America is the real Jerusalem. And,
I heard that shit too.
This is the Holy Land. I said, man, I heard that doctrine before, but this is the first time I ever seen somebody actually teach it. And I said this class was like an hour and something long, like an hour and a half long, bro. I listened to this whole thing, bro. And I said, man, I ain't never heard no shit like this. Talking about y'all, he was actually talking about camps, but he was like, y'all, like talking about this was the other book, and this was the book of the Nephites. And I was like, I know about first Nephi, second Nephi, but I'm like, wait a minute, we just put up a video of my Hebrew destroy Mormonism. You know what I'm saying? Showing how false it was. And he talking about, he read a scripture out of there saying how they was going to take that book and join it with another book. And he put both of the books together. I was dying laughing, right? And I said, Doug, that is not our scriptures. I said, why can't we find the Nephites and none of these people in the Old Testament or in the New Testament? None of these people have never been heard of before.
Let me tell you what the guy told me. He said, I'm looking at some of the questions, I guess. He told me, he said, QANATH, it's not about belief. You know, he said anybody can put anything in the book. You know, even some of the scholars that wrote that wrote in the King James Bible.
Right.
He said, but we have to deal with facts. You know, what things that are on the ground, right? Because he actually been on the ground with some other brothers that we talked to. And some of the stuff that he brings out, we know, but he goes more in depth into it, as far as dealing with the language, customs, And even beyond that, that's why I want to say, but even beyond that, I was like, damn, this right here, I don't know, it might be the missing link. I say it like that. It might be the missing link, the stuff that this man going to bring out. Him and his team, and he's coming out.
Don't do
see
it.
Okay, I let him drop. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man.
All the bombs, all the bombs will be dropped on the show tomorrow. We're not dropping the bombs. If you want to know what it is, make sure you're here at 4 o'clock tomorrow to see what we're talking about. But we're not dropping no bombs right now, because that'll be wrong. Yeah. It ain't our work, so we want to let them drop the bombs.
Hey, look, this is a book I hid from y'all for a long time, so I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all this book. Right? I'm gonna show y'all this book. And I don't recommend, I'm not gonna say I recommend it, but it was interesting read, right? But this goes to show you where I'm at. I don't get carried away with certain books where it takes me out or it takes me away from the Most High. I just like to. I look at them. I think it's like, oh, baby, it's just overwhelming to my mind. I release it. Because today I found out one of my brothers don't even believe in the Bible anymore, man. That like boom. It's like what? But that's my brother. I'm right? But I love him. I love his children. But I was kind of taken back. And hopefully, he stick to the scripture I'm about to read. But this is one of the books right here. Sam, you can blow that up.
Hold on.
Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how thick it is, right? This is a very good book, and it's another one similar to that, because a lot of stuff we're going to start bringing out, man. I never showed y'all this one, but it has a lot of stuff, and I was surprised at the stuff that's in this book, man. But interesting read, dealing with the science itself, and all that type of stuff. So mathematics, and nature, bone structure, a lot of stuff, man. So I said I gotta bring out some of these books, because this brother right here, stuff he told me, is groundbreaking. So this book has stuff like this in it, right? That's why I tell y'all, when these guys talk about phenotype don't mean anything, they're a damn lie, right? So this type of stuff that we can do, right? On this as a defense of F.O.P.E, for our people edification. So phenotype and all that stuff means a lot, right? We don't believe in no Big Bang Theory and all that, but we believe in the Most High, and I don't believe we know it's a fact. But we all look into science, everything. The blood running through your veins, it's dealing with science. You understand? It's just interesting. So let me say this before we get off. I'm not going to stay here long. Sarnetta and the lady that be on with him, right, by the name of Napa, okay, she's up on there with him, and y'all remember she says, well, that scripture, get that scripture, Shashan, real quick if you can, in Deuteronomy, where it says lay hold, because I want to read something to y'all, right, and I want y'all to understand what she said. This is her understanding, right, because and she went to the Strong's Concordance, right? So I'm gonna read out the same Strong Concordance that she did, and I'm gonna mention the same letter form that she did, and I'm gonna show you again that she has no idea what she's talking about. Okay, no idea what she's talking about, because you got the Greek and you got the Hebrew, right? Stan went into it in the Hebrew on it, right? So I'm gonna go into a little bit in the Greek, but I want you to understand words are used differently in a different sentence. Joshua, give me an example of a word how can we use something that sound okay?
Like living live. Living live.
Yeah, living live. Right? We going live.
There and there.
There. Say it again.
There. And there.
And there. Right? Live, live, same spelling and everything, right? We go dear and dear. DEARDER, right? So it's different things where you use words, man. And the English language is very difficult. So this goes to show you. This is why Sarnetta been off, or was going to stay off, because that's his teacher. So read that scripture real quick.
Deuteronomy 28. Salakia. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 28. If a man finds a damsel that's not a virgin, Salakia. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her.
Stop. Spell lay.
L-A. Hold on. L-A-Y.
Okay.
H-O-L-D.
Okay. Now read that part again all the way through. Now watch this, guys.
I got about another Bible. This print is so dang on tiny. My eyes is not what they used to be 10 years ago.
And now you see,
look how tiny my print is. That's why
you see what I be going through. They're like, "QANATH can't read. I can read, man. I just can't see it. It's all messed up sometimes." Go ahead.
Yeah, I used to, but now looking at this stuff 10 years later, oh no, I gotta get me a bigger print now. Because look, I be looking at the scripture, then I be looking again, they be like the whole verse disappeared. I'm like, wait, where was I?
What happened? Go ahead, though.
Yeah, man, this stuff is.
Read this now. Watch this, guys. Watch this. Go ahead.
If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lie hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found.
Okay, now she said, "See, Sarnetta, that means right." Hold on, let me get it, Sarnetta. It's the Strong's Concordance, G1949, right? It says this, and Sarnetta like, yeah, cheerleader, right? Sarnetta to catch, to hold, to seize, Sarnetta, for help, injury, entertainment, or any other purpose. She left that out, right? Now, she says, see, that means rape. That means rape. Hey, Sam, go to 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 12. Now, I want to know, was rape going on here? Same word, Layhold. Remember, she said that means rape. And we know we go back to Deuteronomy. We can show you the part when you go to verse 25, I believe, is when the woman was raped, right? And she cried out. In that verse, Sham just read, nobody cried out, because in that verse, the Hebrew word is what, Sham?
Kaposh.
Right, and that means to seduce. Right?
Also means seduce. It means ravish, all of the rest, but it also means seduce. And we showed it that it's a seduction because the precept in Exodus 22 and 16 proved that it's seduction, not rape.
Right. Now go ahead, read 1 Timothy 6 and 12.
Okay.
Let me read verse 11 while you read verse 12. It says, "But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness." So it said, flee the wickedness and follow righteousness, godliness, love, faith, patience, right, and meekness. And read verse 12. Watch what it says.
1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 12. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life.
So what? Great eternal life?
Lay hold on eternal life.
Lay hold on it. So what you gonna? You gonna have sex with eternal life? Don't ask. That's why I asked him when I was on that show. Do you know what the word "lay hold" in that verse means in the Hebrew? And they hit me back. Oh, QANATH can answer the questions. All you sucker Israelites, right? You should be embarrassed, right? Let your yea be nay and nay be nay, right? So spell "lay hold" right there.
Layhold.
Right. So that means, like we said, other things mean lay hold, grab hold of this, right? The faith, the meekness, eternal life, not rape, not rape. Okay.
Let me read verse 19 because Yehuda wanted me to. He posted in the chat.
Right, that's funny you say that. Verse 19. That's what I got.
Laying up, Salakia, verse 19, lying up in the store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life.
No, rape eternal life. Rape it viciously. The bar. Sarnetta. And hey, what? Shout out to Jeremiah Judah. Don't go on that show no more, bro. Judah Nazareth, you know, we don't get down when you get down to things like you put stuff on our family. You know what I'm saying? But don't go over that show. Pastor Bennett, don't go on that show. All these other Christians, I don't care what you are, Baptist, Methodist, Hebrew, Israelite, Old Testament, New Testament. Why go on there so Sarnetta, right, could get ratings off of you down in our God, and he has a woman that's sitting right there beside him who say she believe, but really don't believe because she agreed with Sarnetta. He don't believe in the Bible. He said he don't believe in anything. It's all a ruse. It's all a ruse. Get your Bible, get Ecclesiastes 4. It's all a ruse. While you get that, I want to read something. So lay hold, so I guess that means rape. And that verse 2, huh?
No.
Come on, man. No.
Like I said, the word lay hold is all over the Bible, you know what I mean? And you have to understand it in the context of the scriptures. And because you see the word seize, arrest, to catch, or even a word like ravish here and there, it just don't mean raping someone sexually. You feel me? Rape is not. Yeah, rape is not just talking about doing something sexually to somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I should have pulled it out my etymology dictionary. Not always talking about stuff, man.
Exactly. Let me read this to y'all. Put it in the chat room. I'm gonna read that. I want you to read it for me because I can't see your Bible in little tiny words. Before you read that, before we read Ecclesiastes, I want to read this. Put Luke 23:26 in the Bible. Now tell me, does this mean rape, Napash? Tell me, does this mean rape, Sarnetta? Right? This Luke chapter 23, verse 26, and it reads on this wise. And as they laid him away, they laid hold, right, up on one Simon. Right? So did Simon get raped there?
No.
This is what I'm talking about, man. This is why when certain people shouldn't be teaching. In fact, before the PAR started doing the Israelite thing, she was in another group. I had a brother bring it out. He'll tell you what that group was. Read that Ecclesiastes real quick.
Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
I sought in my heart to give myself unto wine, yet acquainting my heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly, till I might see what was that good for the sons of men, which they should do under the heaven all the days of their life.
Come on, man. All this stuff is self-explanatory. Now watch, here go another one, right? Here go another son that said, and that they talking about rape. Here go another one. They say, well, what about Leviticus 20:13, right? And he says this. He says, if a man lie with a mankind like he lied with a woman, he be put to death, right? Well, why y'all ain't putting to death? Y'all ain't putting to death. Y'all don't believe in the Bible. Y'all don't believe in the Bible. Well, two things here. At that time, they had judges. Okay, so that would happen during that time.
And we was established as a nation during those times when we could execute the judgments of the laws of our people. Right now, we're a nation in exile with no government establishment in other lands. So we don't have no government, we don't have no money, no nation, no seal, no anything. We're basically scattered. So we can't execute the Most High judgments if we're scattered and truthfully, we don't know who the Levite priests are. Let's just be honest.
Right.
You feel that? And the one,
go ahead.
We don't even have a high priest. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, you do. Hold on, yes, you do. Some of these guys calling themselves high priests out here.
No, we don't. No, I'm talking about right, but I'm talking about we don't have no high priest.
Chief Ephraim, he's the chief priest.
Ain't nobody no chief priest walking his face to the earth right now. We don't have no high priest right now. The high priest is Yahawashi Yahawashi.
I mean, Italian. How can an Italian be a high priest?
And he's not on this earth walking around at this moment. We don't have no high priest. We don't have, like I said, somebody prove to me. And that's another thing about the whole, who are the Levites? Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, the Haitians are not Levites. They're not the Levites. I'm sorry to say it, but that's
if you can trace your lineage, okay. But if you can't trace it,
I watch this. They're not the Levites.
Let me say this real quick. Watch this. Put the link in the room for Yehuda. Now, if you remember, what was it? Sodom and Gomorrah, with them wicked ass men like SBK, talking about bring the men out so we may know them. Right? Like SBK say, bring the men out so they may know them. Talking about who got the biggest penis like they done back then. Okay?
Right.
Then, who killed them people? Was it man or was it the angels of the Most High?
It was the angel.
And it's a verse you gave me this morning. I think it's in First or Second Corinthians, where it talks about effeminate men. Right? But go ahead, who are you on?
Hey, Grace and peace to you. How you doing, bro?
Grace and peace, hallelujah.
Yeah, how's everything? Hey, hold on for quick. Say, keep talking. I got to do. Hold on.
No doubt. So, also the scripture says for us to obey the law of the land. That's all you have to do. Say, hey, obey the law of the land. So we can't go out there and kill nobody, right?
No.
And when we say, well, we free. Okay, you may be free, right? But you don't have no established government. You have no. Right. You not pass no damn law.
We have no steel. We have no money. We have no government set up. We have no army. We have anything to you know how the Romans, I mean not the Romans, you know how Israel used the Romans to execute the death of Yahawashi? We don't have nobody set up to do that. Not in the nation of Israel, because the nation of Israel is not set up right now. They're a nation in exile, scattered everywhere. We can't even fight for ourselves. You feel me? They come, they bring their military. If the Most High and the Archangel Michael don't stand up for us, we done, like the scripture says. So we have no way to execute judgment. We can't execute those judgments right now. There's no way. That's why we can't do the sacrificial law.
I'm kind of all over the place real quick. Hey, look, hey Shan, I'm kind of all over the place. I got to read this to go back to what that girl was talking about. Yes, Esau, he grabbed hold her, he caught her. What the Christ rape right here? The Christ rape right here. This is Matthew 14:31. Now, did Christ rape Yahawashi? You're sure, right? Did he rape right here? This Matthew 14:31. It says, and immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? Right? And that's for my brothers who dropping out of the Bible. Oh, little faith. Right? So every time somebody touch somebody or grab somebody, ain't nobody raping. So I let a word of scripture last night. Well, why did Christ had to spit on the ground and do this at the third? Well, you look, I forgot what verse it is. Somebody can think of that verse he put up. I give you a precept on it. Well, he was healing the deaf man, I believe was in that scripture. And why he did it that way, I don't know. You know, but he did. These are very easy questions. Who do you on? Go ahead.
Hey, Grace and peace. I just want to piggyback off of what you guys said about the Levitical priest. You are absolutely 100% correct. In fact, if you say that we have Levitical priests and Levites in this day and time, you are blaspheming the Messiah. Let me repeat that one more time. If you are saying that we have Levitical priest, and you are high priest, etc., you are blaspheming Christ. You are saying that he did not come to do what he came to do. He did not come to die. He did not come to suffer for you. He is not the high priest. You are. So basically, by them saying they're high priest, etc., they are blaspheming Christ. They are killing him over and over and don't even realize it.
Yeah, because like I said, there's no high priest right now. We have none. Yahawashi the high priest, but he's not here. And it tells you in the book of Baruch, it tells you when we had a high priest, we used to gather the money even in our captivity and send the money up to the high priest. We're not doing that right now because there ain't no high priest.
Exactly, and that's the reason why I didn't want to cut you off, Shawsham, but that is the main reason why God had the temple destroyed in 70 AD. And guess who was destroyed along with the thousands of Jews trapped inside Jerusalem? Many of the high priests was destroyed right along with thousands of Jews trapped inside Jerusalem. And guess what? According to the writings of Josephus, Jerusalem was destroyed when they was keeping Passover. Go figure.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Well, like I said, man, when they take Christ out of a lot of stuff. I mean, because let me say, and I don't want to get heavy into this because you and I, we gotta go over some stuff on this, but I gotta mention it. I just gotta mention it, okay? And if y'all want to attack me, y'all can. And we're gonna do a class on it, so that's why but if y'all keep on saying we gotta follow all the laws of Moses, then you're taking Christ out of it again. Because why do you need Christ if we just stick with Moses? Right? Think about it. Certain things we can't do, right? But certain things we can do. Ain't no sacrifice, ain't no more sacrifice. The sacrificial lamb just came and gone. And then came
That's
back.
why God, exactly, Kolaf, and that is why God had the temple destroyed in 70 AD. Because you can only keep the sacrificial or have your sin sacrificed by the Levitical priest in the temple. You had to go to the temple, and the Levites would do the sacrificial for the people, and they would group the people. They would have a Levite, and they have like 10 to 12 people to each Levite.
Do you know all the things the Levite priest did? Ain't none of us doing none of that. None of us.
Right, because when you go deep into the scriptures about being a priest, I know you can only wear linen, nothing that makes your body sweat.
Exactly.
You're supposed to have your hands. And you supposed to have your you ain't even supposed to wear shoes in the temple, I believe. I think you're supposed to have your feet out in the temple and walk around the temple. There's so much stuff that I read about being a priest that we don't even do. Like, you can't be a priest unless you do certain. You got to be. I'm talking about a priest got to be perfect in the temple from anything that they do, or you will die. You see what happened to Aaron's sons when the Most High killed them for the strange fire. And then he told Aaron, "Now you make a sacrifice so that Aaron don't die." You see what I'm saying? After he killed his sons for the strange fire. So there's a lot of stuff that you cannot do if you consider the priests that I learned, and I was like, man, ain't no way in the hell that nobody is considered a priest or the stuff that anybody who claiming to be a priest, we don't even do, because a priest supposed to only wear linen period, nothing that makes your body sweat, because you can't even sweat when you doing temple work or have any type of discharge. That's why I tell you about the uncleanliness and when a man has an issue or a woman has an issue with blood, you consider it unclean. It's the same type of thing. You can't have those type of issues or doing any type of priestly work. So, and that's why women not supposed to be indoctrinating, teaching and stuff, or walking in those temples, because when they have an issue of blood, when they're menstrual, how can they they can't do the work like that. You feel me? That's why the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, not with women, because we don't have those issues.
And how do you know your black ass to set on the salvation and a woman was set down before you? She could have been on her cycle.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
how do you know?
It's like I said, man, we don't have no high priest, or nobody's a priest right now, or nobody's a high priest. There's no way. Only high priest it is Yahawashi. When he come back, then we'll deal with everything. But for now, like I said, no Levites are scattered. Nobody don't even know who the hell the Levites are. I'm just keeping it real. You feel me? Even the breakdown of them being in the captivity with the Assyrian captivity is a part of that. Even proves that even more.
Exactly. The Levites are scattered among all the tribes. All the Levites we don't call ghost ships. The Levites will be established during 1,000-year millennial reign when Christ rules for 1,000 years. He's going to reestablish the Levites. When he returns.
Anybody, we could be a damn Levite.
You can be anybody, exactly. You don't know what tribe you from.
We don't know who the Levites are.
Let me read this to y'all. Right. This is Leviticus 21st chapter, okay? And it reads on this wise. I'm starting at verse 16. Right? All you so-called high priests, you guys going around anointing people, had me doing that shit one time. Going around anointing people, pouring oil on their head and right? This Leviticus 21st chapter, verse 16.
Hey, Kunal, before you read, what was that they were saying there, anointing the oil on the head? What was that? What was that you just said again?
Honeymoon.
Yeah, I didn't talk about it.
Ralph Cramp. Hum it.
Go ahead. I just playing with you. Go ahead.
Leviticus 21st chapter, verse 16, and reads on his wise. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, not us, the Most High, or Christ, spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto Aaron, saying, I'm gonna tell y'all something too. A lot of people that was walking back then wasn't talking to the Most High himself, and we'll bring it out too. Verse 17, speak unto Aaron, saying, whatsoever he be of the seed in their generation that have any blemish, right? A blemish could be anything on your face, a mole, a freckle, right? A dot in your eye. Let's watch this. Any blemish, let him not approach after the bread of his God, right? Verse 18, for whosoever man he be that have a blemish, he shall not approach a blind man. But Christ did, because he was not blemished, right? He was a sacrificial lamb. He was not blemished, without spot, right? He was pure, right? But all
he was pure. Can I say something real quick, enough? He was pure. That's why when they pierced his side, blood and water came out. Water and blood came out of Christ's side because he was pure. That's how we also know that Joseph was not the father, because Joseph did not have no water and blood flowing through his veins.
They tried to say that Yahawashi was a humpback and he was ugly and deformed. Remember they tried to say that the H people.
Right. Let me finish, guys. Verse 17. Speak unto Aaron, saying, if he be of the seed in their generation that have any blemish, let him not approach to offer the bread of the Most High. Verse 18. For whosoever man he be that have a blemish, he shall not approach a blind man or a lame, or he that have a flat nose. A lot of people out here who have flat nose, who got their own camp. Nose flat like a boxer, right?
Or Michael Jackson,
right? Yeah, or Michael Jackson. But you got a lot of guys out here got a super flat nose, right? And they call themselves a priest. Have a flat nose or anything superficial, right? Verse 19, or a man that is broken footed. How many of y'all have broken footed? Or broken head,
guess what?
Right?
Guess what? Also, I didn't mean to cut you off. You couldn't have as a Levitical priest. If you're dealing with the white boy Sakari, you see how straight his hair is. Now you're dealing with the laws of Moses. When they talk about the straight hair, you see the straight hair in the head. When they're dealing with the leprosy, the straight yellow hair, straight,
unclean.
You could not be fat. You could not be short. You could have no spots, no moles, no nothing.
Warrior Lord, we spoke about that Yahawashi wasn't no humpback, man. That's not true. He was perfect. Because
Watch this.
if he was a humpback, he couldn't have been a high priest, because a humpback is a deformity. That's a blemish. When you short,
about in verse 20, it says this, or crook back.
Right.
Or crook back.
There you have
verse
it.
20, or crook back. Or a dwarf, right? Or that have a blemish in his eyes.
Like
right?
me.
Or be scared, right.
I got a blemish in my eyes. I had an accident when I was a baby and cracked my skull from the front and back. And that caused a blemish in my eye.
Look up scurvy. Or scurvy. Or scab. Or have his stones broken. Your nuts. Right?
Oh,
no man that have a blemish of earth, the priest shall come nigh to offer the offering of the Most High made by fire. He have a blemish. He shall not come nigh to offer the bread of this. So why in the same hell are you niggas keeping Passover, passing out bread, wine, oil on the head, and your flat nose, short, blemish, crook back, and no balls?
Okay? Yeah, Josephus, that part about Yahawashi and Josephus is wrong. That's not true about the Messiah. That part about him being a humpback and all that stuff. So you can ignore that.
Come on, man. Stop it. So all you, like I saw somebody sent me a video where a guy the Italian dude HOI talking about the priest is coming down to survey the land. I'm like, what priest? What priest coming down to survey the land? Priest? Really? And I walked down the street. Wait, stop. Go ahead.
I was about to say, I didn't mean to cut you off. According to the writings of Pontius Pilate, in which I have, by the way, he said that Caiaphas was the high priest during the time of Christ. He said that Caiaphas was a tall man. He was a high priest at the time. He was over all the Pharisees. He was the head Negro in charge during the time of Christ. They said he was a tall man. And Pontius Pilate said he was a good-looking man. That's what Pontius Pilate said. He was a good-looking, tall man.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like Warrior Lord, everything you read out the books, remember we tell you, man, you gotta eat the meat and spit out the bones. So in any books, always will be some bones in there you got to spit out. You know that ain't right, you just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? But the good information you taking that, you know what I mean? Even in the book, you know what I'm saying? That's
can I say something? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish. Oh, I'm sorry, Shoshan. Go ahead and finish.
That's why you got them dudes like the ancient watchmen and stuff like that. They use that stuff there to try to slander the Messiah or say that he was like that out of the Josephus, because they use that one source to attack the Messiah. But when you read into the Apocrypha, it tells you that Yahawashi was taller than all the rest. And what book was that in, QANATH? I think Ecclesiastes. The book of the
right. You're right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. He was taller than all the rest. However, though, he did not have no hunchback and nothing like that. Yeah. But however, I have to say this. However, according to Scripture, Christ was not how can I say it? He was not a good-looking man. He was not a good-looking man.
Oh, yeah, because
he was not. He was not. He was denied by many people because he was not. Put it this way, he was not an attractive man. If you're a fan, you go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah let you know he was not an attractive man at all.
Right. It says no one shall desire him, man.
Right. That's why they did not desire him also, because they didn't see him as the Messiah, because they thought the Messiah would come and be this attractive looking man. But God had another plan. But he was still pure. He was pure though, because like I said, that's why when they pierced his side, blood and water came out.
But I think the Most High did that for a reason. So these women and people would not be desiring him in a sexual way.
In fact, let's read it real quick. Go to Isaiah 53. Let's read it.
Yeah, somebody put in the comment. I'll read it. It says, "He shall grow up before him." And
no. We're gonna start before that. We're gonna get a little bit more context. Let's go to Isaiah. I'm sorry. Let's go to Isaiah 52. My bad. Isaiah 52, and read. Start at verse 13. We're gonna read verses 13 through 15.
Isaiah chapter 52, verse 13. Behold, my servant shall deal prudently, he shall be exiled and exalt and what's that word right there, Yehuda?
Let me see. My servant
and be very
extolled. Yeah, extolled. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, behold, my servant shall deal prudently, and he shall be exiled and extolled and be very high.
So it says he shall be exalted and extolled and very high. Read verse 14.
As many were astonished at his visage,
meaning his face. He was not an attractive man. That's why it says that they shall not desire him. He was not an attractive man. Go ahead.
His vestige was so mauled more than any man.
More than any man, because he was not an attractive man whatsoever. But he was the high priest. He was the Messiah. That's why that's another reason why they denied him. Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. I gotta find one minute because it's.
Yeah, boy.
His form more than the sons of men.
And his form more than the sons of man. He was not an attractive guy at all. But he was the Messiah. And they denied him. They say he had no form, no comeliness about him whatsoever. You can go to Isaiah 53 now. In fact, I read Isaiah 53 verse 1. It says, who has believed our report, and to whom the arm of the Lord is revealed, meaning Christ, for he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of the dry ground. He has no form, nor comeliness, meaning he had no beauty in him. He was not an attractive man. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. You see that?
Now hold on. And King David, everybody, they loved King David.
We saw the statues of King David. They on Yehuda channel. He had looked like he had long locks or something like that. King David, the statue.
Whoever made the statue a European, they knew he was a man that had Hamitic features, but they included his hair to be straight, which is not true. David didn't have those damn straight hair. But you know, the Europeans, they had to do that. You know what I'm saying? No, he didn't have no damn straight hair. That's a lie. But he was a black man. He was a Hamitic, Semitic, or Shemitic man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Christ, they say King David was a beautiful man. He was a beautiful child. But Christ, he was not an attractive man. That's another reason why they disowned him. That's why it says again right here, he has no form, no comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire of him. So all these women talk about Christ, I love Jesus, if Jesus came back today and walked the earth and didn't recognize him, they'd deny him.
You're right, they probably would.
Christ, their husband.
I'm sorry. I got a boyfriend. I'm sorry. I can't. That's they be saying. He's like, I want to be a man. You know, no, I'm sorry. That's how y'all do.
But not only the women, I can't just get on the women. A lot of men would deny him too because of the way he looked.
Right, son that a mother, you that a mother, who are you? But yeah, man. So
in fact, let me read verse 3. Verse 3 says, he is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief. See?
Yehuda.
Go ahead.
Sinetta mother is a whore. Look, we're not disrespecting the Messiah looks. This is personally for edification to the people. It ain't about disrespecting the Messiah. We ain't disrespecting the Messiah. It's just for edification.
I think it's playing around. Because
I don't want to get in that feelings. Like we ain't disrespecting the King, Lords of Lords. We just putting out factual information for people to understand. But go ahead, Yehuda.
I'm good. I just read verse 3. I'm good. Go ahead. I'm good.
Okay. But yeah, you know, it's just for edification purposes. you know, for the women who say that's their husband and they marrying them. That's what they
I'm
always
married to Christ. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hey, Konov, like I was telling you, right? Like I was telling you real quick, Konov, like I was telling you, right? If God had it so Jacob and Isaac, he said, you know what? I'm going to raise you guys from the dead. I'm going to let you see what has become of your generation. If Isaac and Jacob was walking, and Abraham was walking down the street in New York City and seeing one of these camps with that damn 12 tribe chart sign and seeing some Mexicans standing over here, some Hispanics standing over here, they were like, these ain't our damn people. What happened to our people? They'll be like, who are these people? These not my children. My children don't look like this. These Negroes done changed the way Jacob's children look like.
The whole tribe.
What you said, Yehuda, like I say a few of them might could look like that, but not a whole tribe. There's no way a whole tribe changed. Now, for mixing and being in these heathen nations, I would say, yeah, you might have a few that could take on a genealogy of the mother, but a whole tribe, hell no. There's no way, because it is possible. Like people had their children and they mess with heathens, and their children take on their mother genealogy. But you said damn near a whole tribe just changed. Like Israel genealogy is that weak, like that we can't because we mixed with a heathen. I thought black was dominant and everything else was recessive as far as genealogy, straight hair and all that. How would that beat a dominant gene? That's what is so weird to me about the whole kick unturn thing. You see what I'm saying, Konaf? How do a recessive gene beats a dominant gene and change a whole dominant gene?
Exactly. And when did 10,000? I'm sorry, Kunal, I'll let you talk. When did 10,000 men? I'm just gonna throw out any number, 10,000. There's a lot more than that. But when did 10,000 or 20,000 men, black men from the tribe of Issachar, when did 10,000 black men rape some white women, 10,000 white women, or whoever they got with, and produce these Mexican-looking people? And they all come out looking the same.
Well, I got a class I haven't done yet to show you how the reason why they look that way, and not because they move with a black man. We just haven't done it yet. But I gotta say this. What I find funny, Israelite brother that's kind of maybe known, that he say something, everybody jump on him. But when it came to us dealing with doctrine, nobody comes our way. Now I'm gonna say it. The dude Osh Yasha banging on Esau. I don't agree with everything he says, but I just find it funny. He mentioned a certain doctrine, everybody jump on him. But we say let's deal with the scriptures, and I say, well, Osh, sit down with him and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Now the personal stuff, he throwing shots, other people throwing shots. I think we need to sit down and hash that out. But talk about the doctrine. Talk about.
But why they throwing shots at him, Kunal?
Man, it's I guess it's personal. I don't want to get into it, but you know, but I'm like they're going against what he believes in, right? Because he don't believe in being with camps no more. What's wrong with that? I mean, really, what's wrong with that? He think they Pharisees. Prove him wrong. I say prove him wrong.
They are Pharisees. They're actually, to me, they're actually black Khazarian Jews. They just like these white Khazarian Jews, these Hasidic Jews. That's what they are to me. They just don't wear the black hats and the black suits. They're the same damn people.
I say prove wrong, man. You know, I don't believe everything that man say, but prove wrong. Even though him and I had a fallout, whatever, I'm cool with him. You know, but it is what it is, man. Just move forward. But again, tomorrow is going to be groundbreaking. Lee Cummings, other brother Kofi coming on from Africa, right? He's going to tell you how his family been practicing the customs for years. He speaks certain languages ancient languages that they've been speaking over there, right? This, the Bantu tribes. This is going to be something else. And if I get my brother and Dedric's son come on, it's going to be good because the brother Lee Cummings told me. Pardon me?
gonna get in contact with him today.
Good. But Yehuda, the brother Lee Cummings told me something today, man. I tell you when we get off the chat, groundbreaking, brother. I was like, what? I was like, man, this is man, the stuff that he told me today, this is a new chapter. It's a new chapter. And look, I'm not gonna say I agree with everything he's saying. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But
no, I don't either. I have to say he's off on the part with natives being Israelites because they were fringes. He's off on that. I'm sorry. Even the scholars in Africa, they disagree with that. That's the only thing. That's the only thing with him I don't agree with, because for the simple fact they got fringes. There's a lot of nations that got fringes. They were fringes.
Right. So, but
go ahead.
The new stuff he's going to bring out, he's going to drop. I was like, whoa. And then the other brother I talked to today, he was saying, I said, you know what? Some of the stuff we like, we hip to some of these things, man. And we're gonna tie it all together tomorrow. Tomorrow gonna be fun. You know, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a string around my finger, right? So I can remind myself not to keep off and talk so damn much, because I do know that I said, so don't y'all, hey, when y'all say, why I've got that damn string tied around his finger, right? That's gonna remind me to shut my damn mouth sometimes, so everybody can get information, because I'll be interrupted. I know I'll be interrupted. So I'll be
matter of fact, let your wife hold the string, so when you start talking, she can jerk it.
You can pull that damn thing, right? So I can shut up. You know?
Right.
Tomorrow gonna be good. It's gonna be a little sparring section, because they don't believe in all the same thing either. You know, so yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting, man, to see scholars get on here and speak, and you know, and not trying to brag, but to me, Yehuda's a scholar himself. You know, and we all go heavy in the scriptures, and we do our research. So I can't wait for this. You know, I'm trying to get the brother from Hebrews and Negroes on. I think last time I talked to him,
Ron Dalton. Ron Dalton. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ron Dalton. I don't agree. I don't get a lot of stuff he teaches, man. This guy got everybody, every nation on the planet been Israelite. This guy got nations, man. Go ahead.
No, you go. Go ahead. My bad.
Nah, this dude, man. I actually got on him in the comment board. I said, prove to me that all these damn people you talk about Israelites that left that region in Second Ezra, he can never do it. This guy got all kinds of people included as Israelites.
Oh yeah.
Not based on scripture and historical fact. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just saying.
I'm done.
No, I was saying him and I had a dialogue on his program. Him and I and my brother Uriah, because he was trying to say you can screw with other nations, but these are the ones you can't screw with. And I was like, no, same with them. They're in the Bible too. And then I told him, I said, well, if you're going to go on that, then we can't buy your book anymore, because some of the stuff you speaking different in your book. And he kind of, he smiles, went somewhere else with it. But I like him overall. A lot of his stuff is good. But some of his stuff, I mean, shit, everybody damn Israelite. Hebrews and Negroes, everybody.
Man, almost every damn nation on the earth, according to him.
Right. So again, man, most God bless y'all, man. We just trying to do our part in this walk, and y'all do y'all part, we doing our part. We trying our best to bring all the information we possibly can.
Hey, Koloff, I was thinking though, we really need to do part 2 of Benjamin and Levi. One day, I don't know, maybe tomorrow night. I don't know, maybe next week.
Right. I know Jeremiah will be coming on tomorrow too, but his might get pushed back because tomorrow we're doing Lee Cummings. What time Jeremiah will be coming on?
He already changed it. He said that the dude wanted to reschedule the debate, so that debate got rescheduled. He ain't give me a date yet.
We don't really do no debates on our channel. Only reason why I was going to let this go through is because the guy that he wanted to talk to, I don't like calling it debate, I really call it discussion, is because the guy that wanted to talk, he's saying that there's no Israelites in Africa at all. Right, and I don't know, man. This is the last shit he's saying, so I was like, okay, that'd be good. And this guy's supposed to be pretty good at what he's saying. So I've done my little research. He's supposed to be pretty good.
This guy lost his. Do this dude believe in the Bible? Who says there's no Israelites in Africa at all? Do he believe in the Bible? Do he believe in the Tanakh? What did this guy believe in?
I don't know.
Because for him to make, if he believe in the Bible, for him to make that statement, he said, "I tell his mama, if his mom is living, to his mom's face, he's a damn liar." The Bible clearly shows you where the Jews went. They went right to Africa.
Right.
I tell his mama he's a liar.
It's cold, bro. Cold.
The Bible don't lie. God is not a liar, bro. I don't care. I don't care who get their feelings hurt. God is not a liar. The scriptures don't lie.
Right.
Lying niggas lie all the time. Especially when they have an agenda.
Well, what I found funny is that with F.O.P.E, they kept on talking about, these people are filming, and then they had the nerve to leave that video up with them talking about what they was talking about. I don't know what anybody keeps saying.
You want me to play it?
Yeah, play it, man. Play it, please. Play it. I just can't. I just find it. How can you, for other camps or other brothers, be filming? Right? He said, QANATH filming, F.O.P.E filming, and your general with, passion, right? With a strong passion, man. Said, and this right here, it just floored me. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was fake. You know. And
that's comical too, bro.
Yeah.
And what got me in the beginning, he said, "I'm going to prove it." I'm going to prove it. How are you going to prove it, Koloff?
I can tell you how he going to prove it. He done had some. That's the only way you can prove it.
No, don't tell me.
He had to have some. How do you prove it?
Exactly. How are you going to prove it? I'm going to prove it.
Listen, I know what mine can do. You know what I mean? And what my woman says about mine. But what another man's, I don't know nothing about it because I only have one. And that's the only one that matters is the one that
Hey, look. He didn't just say, this. He said, them Puerto Ricans. That man got the chills. That man said, and them Puerto Ricans. I said, God, this is unbelievable right here.
He said that thing's something to die for. That thing's something to die for.
Now you read this warning. So if y'all don't want to hear this, get off. If y'all don't want to hear this, mute your mic, mute your speaker. All right, this is not our words. He said, "I'm going to prove it." And watch the Zara, y'all. He like hit the button, love it. Watch. Not on here.
Hey,
I'm going to say this briefly, and I'm going to prove it later. There is no penis that is superior to the penis of the man from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Your penis is the superior penis on this globe. Snaps, a twist, and a kiss. That Puerto Rican penis is superior to an African. That choke Negro penis is superior.
That Puerto Rican He said that Puerto Rican penis is superior than an African penis. What kind of sodomite, diabolical stuff is this, man?
Hey, man.
How can another man know who penis is superior?
And that go to show you how much they love how much they love the Hispanics, man. They love the Hispanics so much. He put the Hispanic penis in front of the Negro penis.
that nigga love this. I never been like that.
Oh my God.
Only rod I'm worried about is the one connected to my body. I don't know. Man, look at that shit. Crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I ain't worried about no other guy, Hammer.
Take it back. This is the part I want you to keep repeating.
The nigga said, he must have had something.
and he was serious too, boy. He was serious. He started getting loud. He started getting loud and everything. He was serious, boy.
You know, when I was on a program, he opened his mouth. But we started talking about dick. That man got everything to say about penis.
There is no penis that is superior to the penis of the man from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Your penis is the superior penis on this globe.
A twist and a kiss.
That Puerto Rican penis is superior to an African. That so-called Negro penis is superior to an African. The Mexican penis, the Guatemalan penis.
Hi, I'm Jared Milo. I learned how to exercise.
Now, all you got to ask him, we didn't do this.
Lord, shooting from my sternum. I was so weak.
Y'all did this.
I couldn't even tear a telephone book in half.
The Panamanian penis is superior to the penises in Africa. I go up into ISUPK.
Hey, look, hold on. I gotta say this. When he said that Puerto Rican penis is superior, take it back. Because Tazaria gonna look at Cockroach and shake his head, yes. Watch. You gotta guess this type of stuff.
Wow.
Let it go. Too far back. Keep going.
That so-called Negro, your penis is superior to an African. The Mexican penis, the Guatemalan penis, the Haitian penis. Superior penis, the penis, man from the tribes of the nation of Israel. Your penis is the superior penis on this globe.
2 snaps, a twist, and a kiss.
That Puerto Rican penis is superior to an African. That so-called Negro, your penis is superior to an African. That Puerto Rican penis is superior to an African.
That's the part you wanted?
Yep. When he said that Puerto Rican penis is superior to that, look at Tazaria. Look how he's looking at him. He like, yes, sir. You see that? Look at him. When he said that Puerto Rican penis is superior, Tazaria looking at him like, Look how he's looking at him. And look at Cockroach, how he looking at him. Look
that
at
nigga ain't Puerto Rican.
He's not even Puerto Rican, but look at this. Let it go. I ain't gonna stop. Let it go. This
so-called Negro is superior to an African. The Mexican penis, the Guatemalan penis, the Haitian penis.
Hi, I'm Jared Milo. Thanks for tuning in. You know, before I learned how to exercise properly, I was a poor excuse for a woman. Look at those unsightly lumps of lard protruding from my sternum. I was so weak and frail back then, I couldn't even tear a telephone book in half.
The Panamanian penis, the West Indian penis, is superior to the penises in Africa.
When I go up into ISUPK, when I opened the door, saw that first of all it was musty. It was musty. All I saw was oiled brothers half-naked brothers doing push-ups. There was not a sister in the mix, but I'm a feminist. You see my wife, you see members of my shrine. Brother, it's so funny that you want to say that when all I ever see you with is dudes. That's all I ever see you. Never seen you with anybody but men.
When I come into your house, y'all all doing push-ups and oiling each other in a musty room. When I came in, I said, Sandetta, you came in right before me. You might remember me saying this. I said, what the hell is going on here? I was like, yo, what is going on here? What? This looks like a secret. What is going on? what is happening in here? I was like, yo, what is happening? I was like, and then they came to frisk me. I was like, I don't even know where your hands been. Why are you touching me? It was strange. But I'm the effeminate one.
There is no penis that is superior to the penis of the man from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Hey, yo, that nigga face funny as shit.
There is no penis that is superior to the penis of the man from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Your penis is the superior penis on this earth. No, okay. Excuse me. Bernard, what's wrong with you? That so-called Negro, your penis is superior to an African, the Mexican penis, the Guatemalan penis. D. Bernard? Yeah. Oh, Wrecker, he's with me. I can't believe you just did that. Your penis is the superior penis on this globe. That Puerto Rican penis is superior to an African.
Girl, are you ready? Alrighty. Let's start with a stretch.
That so-called Negro, your penis is superior to an African, the Mexican penis, the Mexican penis.
Yeah, you right, man. But he is pointing that cockroach out.
The Mexican penis.
You see QANATH, that boy pointing that cockroach?
Yep.
The Guatemalan penis. The Haitian penis. The Panamanian penis. The West Indian penis is superior to the penises in Africa.
When I go up into ISUPK, when I open the door, saw that first of all it was musty. It was musty. All I saw was oiled brothers half-naked brothers doing push-ups. Half-naked brothers doing push-ups.
And welcome to Men on Vacation.
Your penis is superior to an African. Your penis is superior to an African.
Better chance. Coffee's good with cream, but better when it's black.
Don't you ever call me again. And you, Mr. Coffee, if you'd like some steamed milk with your double espresso, I'm your man. Sorry, I promise I'll call you.
I'm going to say this briefly.
Hey,
I'm
yo,
going
this
to
shit
prove
crazy, man.
There is no penis that is superior to the penis of the man from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
There's the new and improved juice snaps. Kiss.
And that's where, and that's where you get your honey from, right there.
Yep.
That's your honey.
Going right at that man when he said the Puerto Rican, he was going right at the cockroach.
That's crazy, man. That's
Eastside
crazy.
Tabernacle.
That's the craziest thing I ever heard. And you supposed to be a hardcore man. What kind of general would tell somebody about somebody's penis being superior, and he gonna prove it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I want to see when he gonna prove it. he said he gonna prove it. What are you gonna do? Grab all the Hispanics and line them up? Line up some Mexicans? What the hell are you gonna do?
No, he laid hold. Oh no, he had to lay hold. He had to lay hold.
What kind of bull crap is this, man?
That nigga had to lay hold on some of them. That's what he had to do.
But all these gangsters though, and they bragging on penis. What kind of shit? This don't talk about, brothers. This the madness that I'm speaking of. What's the madness we're talking about here, man?
I'm gonna say who would listen?
That's why the guy why we don't want to do nothing like that. But they get on there and he talk about Puerto Rican penises, African penis, Negro penises, and all this type of stuff.
Hey, Konab. Hey, Konab. You know what Brother Jacob called him from the Hebrew one? He called that guy Sugar Bear. He called him Sugar Bear.
Hey,
Sugar Bear.
Right,
yeah, that's what Brother Jacob. Yeah, from the Hebrew one. Yep.
All right, we're gonna move on. We just wanted to, hey, it is what it is.
Can I just piggyback off that a little bit? I mean, come on, man.
Go ahead.
That's the most funniest thing I heard. I didn't even know that. What type of man talks about another man's penis?
He said he gonna prove it, Alligator.
Yeah, he gonna prove it. He gonna prove it. He gonna prove it.
That Rod.
So what is he doing? Checking everybody? What is he checking everybody rod when they come into camp?
Even that
gonna pull down their pants.
Even that, he getting some of it. One or the other.
Dudes say they camp smell musty and a bunch of dudes wrestling, doing push-ups.
Sound like the Greek gymnasium type stuff, don't it?
QANATH, y'all crazy, QANATH. Y'all is crazy. Y'all is crazy. How you know Puerto Rican penis is better? How? That's what I want to know. How?
I mean, go ahead. Hey, Ali,
I just want to know how.
You have to lay hold on something.
Hey, or somebody got to hold a hill, or they got to hold a hill. I just want to know how you gonna prove it, and how Tazariak and them know, and you right.
Yeah, he gotta prove it.
Hey, Eliezer, you know, Minister Society drinking the juice in the hood when he told him, you fucked up, right? You fucked up. They should have told that nigga when he was doing that. They should have cut the power and looked at him and say,
"Oh, bro, that's so embarrassing to say. To talk about another man's rod."
I would have cut the power. That would have been it. Look, hey, Konab, I would have pulled the Job Issachar. I would have looked.
Hey, QANATH, I seen this video up. QANATH, I seen this video. I kept scrolling past it on Facebook, but now I'm glad I scrolled past it because I kept seeing that video. But thanks to y'all, I know what it's about now. I don't want to watch no Hebrew teaching about no penis. You're supposed to be learning the truth, and you ain't even talking like no Jake. You talking like you a damn cop. The black man penis, try penis is better. Man, come on, man. Jakes don't even talk like that. Jakes don't even talk like that.
Exactly. Worrying about another man's rod. And see, they be trying to talk about like we be watching people rods or whatever. Nah, I don't care about who man sexually having sex with or any of that stuff. I don't care. But if this nigga's a pedophile, he getting put on blast. Point blank, period. Any pedophilia, I'm sorry. Got to come out. We don't deal with pedophiles, especially in the nation of Israel. You ain't gonna be around me. I got kids and you dealing with children. I got an issue with that. I don't care who a dude lay with. That's his business. But
exactly. But to get me there, he said he's going to prove it.
You had to lay hold on something. That's the only thing. Then you talk about these niggas oiling each other up. That right there is questionable. Ain't no man oiling me up. I don't give a damn what's going on. You talking about these niggas oiling each other up and they doing push-ups. All my biceps, all my biceps. You know what I mean, bro? All my biceps and shit. I'm too sexy for my shirt.
And I'm it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Hey, let me read this right here real quick.
I just want to say Shabbat Shalom to all y'all, because I didn't come in and say Shabbat Shalom to everybody. You feel what I'm saying?
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
I'm gonna read this real quick, man. Then we're gonna roll out, y'all. It's Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. He says, "And ye shall be holy." He says, "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and I have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine." One part of severing is to get out of that Greek mythology and homosexuality, right? Ordering each other up and doing push-ups, right? And rod measuring, right? So we have to get out of that state of mind. Right? I know we probably went a little overboard, but we want the point to be across. Right? This cannot be tolerated in our nation. Think about this. But just Just think about what these people are saying here, right? Everything they keep on talking about. I'm gonna put my face in this one. I'm off the penis shit. They keep on talking about one West this, one West that. All this stuff has been broken up, man. Everything they've been talking about create separation, division. There always been division from the beginning, right? In the heavens, there was division. In the heavens, there was division. In the heavens, there was divisions amongst the angels. There was division. Okay?
Exactly.
Christ came to bring what? Division.
And guess what, Kunal? Like Lahab told me over the phone, right? One of the main reasons why they told Lahab to leave, right? Excuse me, when they had the original UPK school, is because Lahab said he started teaching about Christ. They didn't like it.
I see. So I mean, it's nothing. Look, I don't have to be with everybody right here. But it's nothing us having a little spiritual sparring or whatever like that. But now, to me, it's like things just went way right. Everybody told, let the Most High go separate the wheat from the tares. He's already doing it. He's already doing that. If you want to be in a camp that talks like that, I heard GOCC say they would take on anybody. They're defending that chart. Well, send this timestamp at 1 hour and 26 minutes. GOTC Rakar, right? And all due respect, I respect you as a man, right? As a father, a husband, so on, right? I respect your congregation. But if you want to take on that challenge, right, to prove that the chart that you made up is right according to the scriptures, then we'll take that on. Open forum, meet someplace, whatever we need to do, we'll take that on and let the Most High be true. And we still be
he's gonna lose in the first 5 minutes. He's gonna lose in the first 5 minutes because he's not gonna be able to prove that they left that region in the first place with ships. So the debate, he got to prove that first.
Right. And I want to say this, QANATH Sham, y'all brought something to my attention too. I really didn't think about Hosea 7 and 8. Does that mean Ephraim? Does that mean color right there? If Ephraim a cake not turned, does that mean color? I didn't think about that myself until you said that. That's a good ass question.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good question.
It don't.
We've been asking that for months. Like 8 months now. Yeah. It has nothing to do with skin color. When we went through the Hebrew, it's strictly talking about idolatry worship. That whole them chapters, he was an idolater and he was unturned because one side he was going back and forth, like he was stuck in the middle. Like 1 minute, he was when he in trouble. Then the next minute, he'll be lying and go right back into the world. That's Ephraim. That's what Ephraim do. That's what he do. He'll idol worshiper, and he'll run to the Most High when he need help, and then he'll go back into the world like everything is all good now. Since he out of trouble, he don't need the Most High. Tell him that's what it is. He's an idol worshiper, but he only come to the Most High when he need help. That's why it says that they bend their bows for lies. He a liar too. Ephraim is a liar. When you deal with Ephraim, that's one of the attributes of Ephraim tribe. They liars, and they only
also. That's why they can't give a precept. I said, if you're saying it means color, give me the precept. That's why they. One guy actually said, "Well, that is the precept. It's precept to Hosea 7:8. Precept is Hosea 7:8." That's what I asked Cesariak on another show. I said, "What's the precept to it?" He didn't have no precept. There's plenty of precepts to it. One is Psalm chapter 8, right? And there's plenty to go on. So I mean, it doesn't mean that, right? So
it's not. But watch this, Kunal. Watch this real quick. Hosea, real quick. It's something for me to read this real quick. Hosea 5. I'm gonna read verse 3, and I'm gonna read verse 4 and 5. It's talking about the nation of Israel. They will not frame their doings to turn into their God, for the spirit of whoredoms is in the midst of them, and they have not known the Lord. But look at what it says in verse 5. And the pride of Israel, which is Ephraim, does testify to his face. Therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in their iniquity. Judah also shall fall with them.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And see, that's why I said there's no precept for Hosea 7 and 8. And what I mean by that is there's no precept where you can prove that that's talking about color. There's none.
Can I just say something real quick, Quinoff, before you say something? And I'm glad you said that too, because now it puts it in perspective, because a lot of people say that Hosea is only talking to Ephraim, only to the 10 tribes. It clearly states in chapter 1 and 3, he's talking to Israel and Judah, because Ephraim is the house and Judah is the house. So that's why Ash went on to say he with the whole celebration of the Passover and the Sabbath, because when you go to Hosea 2 and 3, it tells you that Israel, he talking about Judah, he ain't talking about just Israel. They ran off to play the harlot and found a new master, and thought she was gonna give them wine, flux, and oil and all that. And then it go on to say when you get to 8 that Israel, who played the harlot, was gonna run back to the Most High for her flux, for her oil, for her incense.
That's right. That's why verse 5, you're right, brother Eleazar. That's why Hosea verse 5 and 5, it says, and Judah also shall fall with them. And when you jump down to verse 8, it says, blow ye the cornet in Gibeah, and the trumpet in Ramah, which is the territory of Benjamin. Cry loud, O Benjamin, right? And God said, look behind you, Benjamin, because Benjamin was taken also into captivity along with the 10 tribes.
And that's the Psalms chapter 8.
And that's why I said,
say it again, that's Psalms what?
Psalms, go get it. Psalms chapter, somebody get it. Psalms chapter 80, and start at verse 1 through 4. And this goes to show you that
and that's why I said you can't prove that all them Haitians are Levites. There's no way you can prove that they are the Levites.
But I got news for you dealing with Haiti, Shawsham. Yes, it is true that many of the black Jews was taken to Haiti on cargo ships. That is true, but it is also true that many of the Hamites got mixed up with the Haitians.
Yeah, and
that's why you look at one more last thing, Kona. Shawsham. When you look at some of these Haitians, and I live in New York City, bro. I see thousands of Haitians. I work with some of them. Some of them are really Hamites. They can't go big. They can't go facial hair. Beards. They look just like Hamitic folks. Hamitic peoples.
And you know why I figured that? Because look, I already was talking about this. I don't mention no names because I'm doing some study on it. Because I believe that I don't believe that the Haitians are the tribe of Levites. Come on, all Israelites, but majority of them are not. When I went to Haiti, went to DR, and I was fooling around with them Haitian people, man. And I was saying to myself, and I told y'all when I went over there, my wife, I was questioning a lot of stuff because I was doing groundwork. Because I'm like, okay, they was talking about the chart, and they telling me, oh, that Taino Indians inhabit Dominican Republic. I'm like, what? Ain't the Tainos Ephraim? They ain't supposed to be here in the DR. They supposed to be Puerto Rico. So when they here's
the thing, Shawsham, the original Tainos, according to the writers of the early Europeans like Columbus, they was black peoples.
Exactly. But I knew stuff wasn't right when I started traveling and learning stuff for myself. And then when I started interacting with the Haitians, these niggas was pressing me like on some crazy shit. And I was like, nah, man, these people don't have the spirit of our people. And they looked at the little different. I was telling my wife, I said, baby, I don't know about this shit here. I don't know about this chart shit here. I said, something ain't right with this. Because the way we coming across these people, I don't know if these people are the right people. But, you know, I'm looking at the chart in my phone. And I know where I'm at in DR, and I'm like, man, I want to go on to the Haiti side, but they wouldn't let me go over there because of the restrictions. But I wanted to go over to Haiti and see what was going on over there because they were talking about how bad it was in Haiti. And I'm looking at the chart at the same time while I'm in the Dominican Republic. And I wanted to street teach the Dominican Republic, but I didn't because I don't think the Most High wanted me to. He just wanted me to show me the stuff that was going on there. And you know what I mean? And I was around, and all right, I'm sending a link for you. Hold on. And while I was in the Dominican Republic, my body, I did not feel the spirit that we was the same people when I was interacting with some of the Haitians, man. Like them dudes, man, I had felt like a different spirit from them people. The way that they press you, like how the Africans be for money, I was getting the same feeling from them. And I'm looking at them. None of them guys had beards, brother. No facial hair or none of that stuff, brother. And they were just kind of weird looking. And I ain't gonna lie, I was fearing for myself a little bit sometimes because I felt like these dudes might try to kill me. Like, you know what I mean? Because they see like I was a money man. Like they just thought I had a bunch of money. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I was here, you know, on my honeymoon, and I had my, you know, my clothes on, had my fringes on, and I was telling my wife, I said, "Remember, babe, didn't I tell you that though? When we was over there, what I said? I said, babe, something ain't right with this chart. I just want you to say it because you're sitting here. Just say it. Didn't I tell you?" All right, you see, my wife like to act funny sometimes when she get in a little mood.
we understand, Shawshan. Go ahead.
I said, something ain't right with this chart. That shit, it rubbed me the wrong way. Them people rubbed me the wrong way. Now, when you look at certain Haitians, some of them look like Negroes, but then you can see some of them Haitians, man, and they don't look like the normal Negro people, like how we look.
Exactly. Many of those Haitians, excuse me, are really Hamitic people. That's why many of them cannot grow beards. You can't tell me nothing. I live in New York City, bro. Right? I know many Haitians. I work with them. Some of them, they are straight up Hamitic. They can't grow no facial hair. Most Hamitic people, genetically, they cannot grow facial hair. Like the Native Indian, the original black Native Indians, they are really Hamitic people. That's why they cannot grow facial hair.
Yeah, and I that about some Hamitic people was caught up in the slave trade, but like I said, I don't know exactly who they were, but I got information privy on it right now that I'm studying on because I want to bring that out to prove that I don't believe that all of them, majority of them people over there in Haiti, I don't believe that a majority of them are Israelites, not majority of them over there, the ones who they claim that's supposed to be Levite. I don't think so. I mean, they got to prove that now because I don't believe it.
I mean, we know the 12 chart is fake. I mean, at first I believed it for a very long time. For like 12, 13 years, I believed the 12 chart was real. But a couple of years ago, I fasted before the Day of Atonement, man, went to work. And I just seen it, like it was just there. Like some people are not a part of it. People is not a part of it. Some of them. And then I started doing my history on them, and then it's just like when you learn about how many slaves they brought over here and how many of them died off, then you know, like, man, this can't be true. These people are not our people.
Right.
You know, some people in their nation is cool with our nation. The Most High said in the end time that everybody would cling to the house of Jacob. And me, in retrospect, I don't be mad. People try to, in some respect, it make me mad, but then I can't be mad because the Most High said people gonna cling to you in the end time because we are the salt of the earth. Those is not no Israelites. They weren't in Africa, QANATH.
Lower your camera a little bit, QANATH. I mean, lower your phone a little bit. What you say?
I want y'all to read the bottom. What it say?
Taino Indians, exile.
Arawak, right? So you want to know where the straight hair come from? It don't come from the white man all the way. See that? How about that? We do have wavy hair, and I don't have wavy hair. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, Shalom, Mark. You want to say something?
Oh, yo, y'all can hear me? Shalom. Y'all hear me?
Come.
Most High bless. Most High bless. We hear
you. You know, a lot of people have a problem. Say that. So a lot of people, they got a problem with Haitians for the simple fact that they think we're Hamites. We're not Hamites though. And honestly speaking, a lot of Haitians, they actually do grow beards. Most Haitians grow beards, but they fall.
Yeah, a lot of you break a lot of them do. Just like you got some Hamites here. I mean, we look at you. We know you a Negro. You know what I'm saying? Some people not. Just like if you look on the like certain parts of what is it? In what is it? Damn. got the in Brazil. Every black person in Brazil is not an Israelite, right?
Of course not.
A lot of
course
them are not. You know what I'm saying? Just like in Haiti, it's not Israelite. I mean, your hair, my wife hair is similar. You know what I'm saying? So we understand that part, but a lot of people, like, in other words, the chart, they just say everybody in Haiti is an Israelite. That's a damn lie.
They lie about
You know
that chart because they say everybody's Levi, and that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is, when you do the research, like the brother Kofi, me and you were speaking to earlier, he's from F.O.P.E, right, West Africa, and Haitians were taken from the kingdom of Dahomey, F.O.P.E,
right.
And that's where my people come from. We're the Aja people. Toussaint Louverture is Agada tribe, which is the Aja. And the Anlo Eve are actually the Levite scribes that was taken to Haiti as well. And we have our oral traditions. And I could sing this music in Creole, you know what I'm saying? And actually the F.O.P.E language. And these people are Hebrews and they have Hebrew customs. I grew up doing Hebrew customs. Most everybody in Haiti do Hebrew customs. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say Haitians are Levi. Not all of us is Levi anyway. I don't agree with that. But some families are Levitical.
That's what I was saying. I don't believe all of them are Levites. Like how and the whole nation, the whole Haiti is Levitical priests. Like,
well, let me say this. Let me play devil's advocate.
Yeah, please play devil advocate, because don't nobody know what damn tribe they from, man. Levi scattered all over the damn planet. All over the planet, man.
Judah and Levi in Haiti. It's not true though.
Hold on. Let me play devil's advocate real quick, because this brother right here been in my home. We tight, no doubt about it, right? But I'm gonna play devil's advocate, because when we say practice customs, right? All Israel practice the same custom, right? So if I'm practicing the custom of circumcision or keeping the holy days, right? Then we can say that could be any tribe, right? That's doing that. So my question would be, how would you narrow it down to saying you're Levite, or narrow it down to saying Judah, or somebody narrow it down to saying Ephraim, if we all practicing the same thing? So this way it goes back to the chart, because to say Levite is there, that means you got to be still kind of holding on to the chart a little bit, unless you can prove. If you try to say, well, we keeping the laws, that's what the Levites did, or well, Israel kept the law. So how can you narrow it down just for edification purposes of saying that you not just an Israelite, because I believe you're Israelite, but a Levite, not just for customs, all of Israel practices.
All right, let me explain. I'll explain it. For instance, right, the Levite tribe was scattered to the domains of the 12 tribes. We had 13 tribes in total. A lot of us don't talk about 13 tribes. We talk about 12 tribes. 12 tribes had dominion. The one tribe which Levi had no land. They were scattered into all the tribes. And after the sin of Jeroboam, the tribes of Levi from the north, they came down to the south, correct? And they dwelt amongst the house of Judah. So the practices that I could speak of from my family lineage, because I descend from a whole bunch of priests and priestesses, literally, like my whole family. That's what they do. They into the voodoo. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and lie, but a lot of it is Levitical practices. Like, for instance, like everybody putting their hands on the head of the ox or the cow to pass their sins or transgressions over. All the men will put their hands on the head of the animal and lay their hands on their head, and they slaughter the animal. And then certain parts of the animal was not allowed to be touched at all, only by the high priest that did the sacrifice. Anybody that touched it, they will claim that you will die. That's Levitical. Nobody can.
Hey, brother, I have a question for you.
Come.
During 70 AD, or long before 70 AD, what tribes fled into Africa? All in West Africa.
Oh, we said before 70 AD and
before 70 AD and after 70 AD.
Oh yeah, we had Reuben, you had Manasseh, because as a matter of fact, I'm gonna get into that in a second. You had Ephraim, because when you look at the days of King Hezekiah or Hezekiah, you had Ephraim, you had Benjamin, you had Levi, you had Judah, and you had other tribes that came down during the days of before Shalmaneser. So Second Ezra is actually another fallacy, because they say Shalmaneser took all 10 tribes, which is not true, because the father
That's right.
of
That's right.
the father of Shalmaneser took 5 tribes.
That's right.
So all 10 tribes could not have been taken. So that Second Ezra is another cut for that. So I'm saying, so we've been fleeing to Africa since the days of Jeremiah. That's why we established Elephantine.
Elephantine Island. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
You know the history. That's why you.
Yeah, I got order Elephantine writings. I have order writings.
Cause you know, if you're from New York City, you go to Brooklyn Library. I mean, Brooklyn Museum. They got the Elephantine scroll right there.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
I got it on my phone because I used to visit there all the time. So we've been fleeing into Africa. The northern tribes been fleeing to Africa since when the Assyrians were arriving. In the house of Judah, we migrated like 4 or 5 times into Africa.
Exactly.
Remember, since the days of Solomon, we've been going there with the Canaanites.
Even after Sennacherib, when Sennacherib died, they had a civil war. Many of the Jews fled then and went to Africa.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I don't disagree with none of that. You know what I'm saying? Israelites was all over Africa. You know what I'm saying? West Africa is the bulk, the place that we all ended up going. You know what I'm saying? Like we all ended up meeting there for some reason because the Most High pushed us there, and then we was trapped. We was taken to the Americas. You know what I'm saying? Like all 13 tribes, not 12. Everybody keeps saying 12 is 13. 13
exactly, because everybody keep forgetting about Dan. Tribe of Dan. The Danites migrated. They migrated long before the Assyrian captivity.
That's right. You know the thing is, the Danites are actually from they're the fun people of Benin, and then you have the Da tribe, of the people of Ghana, and then you have right. Yeah, exactly. Like see the brother Kofi. Hopefully he'll come on tomorrow. He knows he knows where I'm from because we come from the kingdoms that he's from. He knows the tribes and you know where they come from in Israel. So he'll tell you that Haitians are Levi and Judah. Period. There's no denying it. I know some people have a problem with it. It is what it is. Ajah just means lying.
Not the whole island though, but some of y'all did go there. That's what you're saying, as far as Levites.
Many of us went there. Like not everybody's Levi. Like most of us is Judah. But the families that actually practice the the voodoo bay, that's the Levitical practices. A lot of people have a problem with it. See, a lot of people don't understand. Like you see when you look in the Torah when it says that if the house has like leprosy, for instance, you have to use a bunch of hyssop.
Right.
Yeah, I read the house 7 times. In the Caribbean, I think brother Yahuda from Jamaica, right?
I'm live right now. I'm talking with you. Go ahead.
I think brother Yahuda. The brother Yahuda.
What was that again?
You're from Jamaica, right? Yeah.
No, I was born and raised in New York, bro. Nah, but I do know a lot of Jamaicans though. Yeah.
Because in the Caribbean, for instance, right, we don't grow hyssop, but the cousin of hyssop is actually basil. So when you go to Haiti, the voodoo priests, what they use basil to cleanse the house, and they sprinkle the house 7 times. Period. If you're somebody dies in the house,
right there.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, just real quick. I want to interrupt. Right there, that says at the bottom. It says, what that say? Taino,
right? Indians. That's not the real Tainos anyway.
For where? I know, but for Puerto Rico, right? But these are old pictures. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. Listen up very carefully. What I'm trying to say is, I'm gonna show you. What I'm going and take it back to all of those screen. What I'm trying to show y'all is that they were stealing people heritage long time ago. That's why you got people walking around. That's why you got people walking around. Damn it. Hold on. You got people walking around looking like this, right? Saying, oh, see, no, the Tainos had it. They look like this, look like that. They've been stealing the Tainos' heritage way back then in Puerto Rico. These are not the real Taino Indians, but these people was here long before any of us was here, right? So they've been stealing. People heard this long time ago. This is why they talk about, oh, this is why they look that way. No, these are your forefathers. And I'm gonna show you the real Taino Indians, which were black and Mongoloid.
Yeah.
Which was black and Mongoloid. That's the picture.
You know the thing is, QANATH, I'm gonna keep it a tall stack. Growing up, right?
I can't. What's the name?
I was born here, and I had to fight people. So they say, "Oh, you Haitian?" They say, "Yo, you got HBO." I said, "I ain't even got cable. I'm broke." They say, "You got Haitian body odor." I said, "What?
HBO? What the hell is that?
HBO Haitian body odor." Yo, I used to have to fight. These used to be out here scrapping for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be like, "Yo, a coconut." You know what I'm saying? When you a West Indian, they don't like you here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. They don't like you. But even if you was born here, they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it. They don't like Haitians because we actually have our culture very much intact. They don't like, they say, "Are you African?" Because why? We darker? Because we haven't been breaded out like that. We haven't been mixed in like that. You know what I mean? So I understand where they come from. It's just animosity. You know what I'm saying? With our people, is just that's what typical Israelites do. We all the same people, but we have tribal differences and all that. You know what I mean? So I get it.
More so.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
That's
Load up a
Tainos
little
again.
bit, Sham. Load up.
Oh,
Yeah, these are fake Tainos, right? But let's go show you how they was. Look, you see the little baby and the woman?
Yeah.
See that? And look what it says. Vintage. Right? So I'm doing this to show y'all something here. I'm doing this to show y'all something here, man, so y'all can understand how they've been stealing people's culture a long time ago. Here go another. Right? They ain't nothing but a goddamn Edomite. Right? But see the black hair? I want y'all to know where this stuff coming from with some of these people here. Right? What that say? Right?
Vintage Puerto Rican
Taino.
Lift it up. Puerto Rican Tainos, yeah. Puerto Rican history.
Now I'm gonna show y'all something, man, how they start turning Asian, right? And start looking like Cesar Chavez, right? On another program, not this, we'll finish this deal. But man, y'all gonna be surprised. And I'm gonna show you the real ones, which was Asian, but also blacker than all of us. Right? It just wasn't no one set of people. Let me say this. There's no one set of people nowhere.
Of course.
Okay? In every country, you're gonna have different tribes. Right? It's I always think Eritreans and Ethiopians was the same, and they're not.
They're not.
Yep. Right? So
hey, Kazak, we gonna go over some of that information too. You talking about like how your family lineage. I want to get into some of that too, because I want to speak on how my experience was when I was over in the DR dealing with the so-called Haitians. You know what I mean? But like I said, I don't believe all of them are Levites. You know, I just don't feel it. I don't believe all of them Levites, because like I said, bro, I like how when we met, we connected. When I met some of them dudes, man, they had a different spirit, bro. They had no spirit like how we got a same spirit like of Negroes. They had a different spirit. Like I don't know about these people, man. I just felt awed with it in like, you know, most high in my spirit, bro. I just felt awed when I was dealing with them guys. I didn't feel.
I'm gonna explain why you felt awed. So, because it's not that them dudes get down like how we get down. They mean business. They don't play no games. You know what I mean? But the problem is, in DR, they be killing us out in DR. The Dominicans don't like us. They body us out there.
Huh?
So
yeah, he did. He said
they see you over there. They think they like who you. They don't know what type of time you on. That's all it is. Ain't nothing. It's not even like, it's like you going to the wrong hood. You going to another place that you never been. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see somebody look like you, but you don't know what type of vibes you bring. They don't know what vibes you bringing, because they always getting killed. They was killing us in the Bahamas. All that.
I went
to the slave
plantations and all that. I went to the slave. I went to the slave plantations and all that. where they be chopping the sugar cane and all that over there. Yeah, me and my wife, we visited all those spots. So, and they were talking about how they be working in the fields for $2 a day doing a job and shit like that, which is fucked up. So I did some groundwork while I was over there, but you know what I'm saying, I just felt a little strange while I was over there, like, you know what I mean, the way that they were talking to me and pressing me. I was like, I don't know, man, these people. So, you know, I just felt different about them. Like I said, I know a lot of Haitians, had a lot of them, but it seems like it's
screen this. Quick, give him a talk.
Hold on.
Now, now we're going to go back to the originals. This is going back to the original. Y'all see them two people?
Mongolian.
Yeah. Watch this. I'm not making this up. Right? Because we're going older and older. Right? Ancestry. Mother and daughter. Puerto Rico, right? And I'm going to blow it up. Too big. Wait a minute. Blow it up. Do that look familiar from a lot of these people? And
Absolutely.
See, a lot of them just didn't get their hair from so-called Edomites. You understand? Now you see my brother hair, his hair is wavy, but still got some naps in that shit. I'm sure his comb don't go through smooth all the time. You know what I'm saying? You see that man nose, right?
Hold on.
You see how he, but you see this right here? See that? Look at that man. Hallelujah.
Oh, y'all got me on blast. Y'all crazy, son. Whoa.
I got it.
Yeah, no,
wow. I'm trying to say, what the picture? What y'all talking about? Y'all got me on here.
Give me your hands an example.
I was like, yo, what you talking about, son?
Hey, Konov. Do me a favor, bro. Go to second Samuel real fast. I want to show you something real quick. I want you to read something.
Boy, give it here.
Let me show you something. Now we know with the Levites, most of them can grow beards. That's a fact. That's why God told the Levites not to round their beards. Let's go to 2 Samuel. Let me show you something. Let me show you.
My brother beard. Samuel. Yep.
Go to 2 Samuel, right? Verse 10, right? And
no, what chapter?
we're not gonna read 1 through 4, but this is dealing with King Hanan when he shaved some of the Levites beards off. He shaved their beards off, right? And 2 Samuel chapter 10, read verse 5, and look what King David told these men that had their beards shaved off. Because genetically, the Hebrews can grow beards. Hamitic people, genetically, they cannot grow beards. This is a fact. Read it, brother. 2 Samuel 10, verse 5. Look what King David told these men. You can if you want to, yes. Start at verse 4.
All right, it says 2 Samuel 10 and verse 4. Wherefore Hanun took David's servants and shaved off the one half of their beards and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away.
Because it was a shame. It was a shame. Let me cut you off real quick. It was a shame to cut your beard off. Read verse 5. And we all know that the Levites, according to the Torah, the Levites, they was told not to shape their beards. Read verse 5.
When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed.
They were ashamed. Go ahead.
Tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return.
David says to these men, stay here at Jericho until your beards grow back, and then return. Because it was shameful to shave your beards. And like I said, genetically, Hamitic people, they cannot grow beards. This is a fact.
Yeah.
What about the Canaanites? Because I've seen some archaeology showing like statues and bas reliefs for Canaanites and bids.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm not saying all Hamitic, but in generally, many of them cannot go beers. They can't.
Especially the Cushite.
And the Levites, they can go beers. Levites can go beers.
That's a fact. I agree with that 100%. Like, what problem? I have a problem with certain people's documents when it comes to like believing that everybody here is Israel. Just like how, what you just said about not everybody being Israel in the islands, of course. I agree with that 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some people that were here already, and you got people that was taken from Israel from the 13 tribes. But a lot of people don't want to face the facts, man. Some people are actually, because if you, like in Africa, they go by 3 things: oral history, customs, and phonetics. Phenotype. They go by all 3 of those. If you don't, if you can't produce all 3, they're not rocking with you at all. Period.
Well, I know about my slave lineage from South Carolina and North Carolina. My people, we was on slave plantations down there. So,
yeah, mine's also. my grandfather told me that my people was dropped off in the Carolinas before it became a North and South Carolina. They was dropped off in the Carolinas.
Right. So
look,
I know.
Right, these are slaves in Puerto Rico, right? But
I seen that photo. Yep.
Where the how they mix in with us, but you can obviously these were slaves in Puerto Rico. All right.
Absolutely.
Right. So I respect your history though, Aka, and how you say how your people were and y'all customs and stuff like that. So I won't go against you saying you Levite if you know that's truly the tribe you believe you are. I won't do that. You know what I mean? But that's the same thing I say. I believe I'm from the tribe of Judah, even though I'm not 100% for sure. But I know where my slave lineage come from. So, and where my people at. And like all my people had biblical names. Because my great grandfather name was King David Hall. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
My father name
King David Hall.
Yeah, he named King David Hall. I'm trying to tell you. And my great grandfather name is King David. I mean, my father name is David. You know what I mean? So, and I ain't got no Edomite lineage. And my people hate white people. I'm trying to tell you straight up. My aunts and all of them, they don't trust. They hate Europeans. They teach us that. Even when we was young, don't trust them. Don't deal with them devils.
Yeah, it's like my family. My mother actually had a Hebrew name. Her name was Ru. All you eat, Ru. That was a Hebrew name. Yeah, I researched that.
And I get my name from my grandfather. My grandfather name, rest in peace to his soul, he passed away this year. His name is Samuel. That's where I get my name from. That's how I became Samuel. You see what I'm saying? So majority of my family got biblical names. My mom named Mara, which was a city in the Bible. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
My mother got Negro Native Indian on my grandma's side. So that's why I be trying to tell people, like, I know I come out the seed line of Israel. Ain't no Canaanite or none of that shit they talking. I know I ain't had no Canaanite. I don't even look like no goddamn Canaanite or what they would call a Hamitic person. You know what I mean? So I can trace my lineage back to and like I said, man, QANATH roots. That's how we found out we family. Our roots go back to the exact same place, same family, same place. So that's how we found out we were related.
Check this out. Let me see real quick. Somebody sent me a question inside my inbox, and he's talking about Cherokee. This is what I was showing about, and I'm gonna do a whole documentary or class on people in Puerto Rico with Cherokee Indians. Everybody, you gonna have other people take on other people's customs. All Cherokee Indians are not Cherokee Indians. You understand? But I want to play this real quick. We couldn't put it on our page, so I'm gonna play this real quick. Sham, I want you to blow it up. It's only like 3 minutes, and then I'll let y'all close out. I think it's very important what you're about to hear. Very important.
Why don't you send it to my phone? I mean, send it to my messenger so I can play it big on the big screen. That way you ain't gotta hold it.
Let me see. Hold on.
There's a video?
Yeah, you're gonna be okay, good. I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you now. Hold on. Because I think this is gonna be very important for y'all to understand about Zoo. Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Hey, brother, while he's getting that, brother, can you tell us about Kofi? Can you give us some background on him so everybody can know the other scholar that's going to be coming on tomorrow? Is he still?
Oh yeah, the brother Kofi. I'm here. The brother Kofi.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's from Togo, right?
Togo. Okay.
Yeah. Me and him, we build a lot. You know what I'm saying? So he's a person that can verify where most Haitians come from. He'll let you know because they have the history over there too, and they link themselves back to Israel, coming from like the Nile Valley. Because after the days of Jeremiah, I know Yahudah know about that. The 13 tribes settled along the Nile Valley.
That's right.
The Yoruba, or the Yoruba, right. The Ga, all those tribes. You know what I'm saying? The Igbo. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking crazy. I'm not talking wild. Like,
and he also speaks some of that language still there. And he talk. I mean, you can give a little bit more for chance for that video about the brother, so you can have an understanding who's coming on.
Yeah, the brother, he's actually from that. He's from Togo, so he speaks Ewe. He speaks Ewe. Ewe in Hebrew is Eber, which is like Hebrew, which is the son of the father of Abraham, one of the forefathers of Abraham. So Eber is Ewe because the V is actually interchangeable in the Ewe language. So they call themselves Eweo, which means the Hebrews. So we have the land called Ewe Nigba, which is like
what's the brother name? What's the brother name again?
Kofi Aglassi.
Okay. I wonder if I've seen that brother before.
He's gonna be on tomorrow.
Facebook, but hopefully, most high willing, he'll get on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So, like, man, we build a lot. You know what I'm saying? So he's from the Aja tribe, and the same tribe that Toussaint Louverture, the Haitian liberators from, which is Agada, which is where most Haitians come from. The same thing. So he'll tell you off the rip. He said Haitians are from Dahomey, the kingdom of Dahomey. They're the Israelites. They're Judah and Levi. Off the rip, no argument. They know. These people in Africa know. Like, I done hopped in cabs, and people from Mali would be like, "Where you from?" And I'm like, "I'm from here." They be like, you from Togo. You from Benin. And I'm like, "I'm Haitian." Then they said they laugh at me. That's why I started doing the research. They'll laugh at me. They laughed at me like, "Look, you are those people." And I started like, what? And I started doing my research, and I was like, damn, these people are right. They know. They look at your phenotype. They'll be like, yo, they can tell. People in Africa know which tribes are which. They know who the Canaanites are. They know who the Egyptians are. Ask any Nigerian. They'll tell you who's the Philistines and who's the Egyptians. They'll tell you.
I got a question. Now, prior to the Atlantic slave trade, what people was indigenous to that island?
The Tainos, the Arawak.
The Arawak.
Gun.
Now, my next question is: are you saying that the people in Haiti, that group of people, just that group of people, are Levitical priests?
That's not what I'm saying.
No,
what
that's
I'm
what
saying
I'm
is
asking.
No, absolutely not. The Levites are scattered everywhere. What I'm saying is that you have many sons of Levi. Remember, Levi had 3 sons. Then you have the sons of Aaron. You have the sons of Merari. You have the sons of Gershon. We have to understand that.
Right, but I'm trying to get you to understand is if you say there's no argument with the Levites being the priest, but it's like how? I mean, like I haven't heard. Like I just sat here and listened to you talk. I did not say a word like a soldier, and I haven't really heard no solid proof at all. You feel what I'm saying? That they really the priests, because during the Atlantic slave trade, the house of Judah went into bondage. How come there's no Levitical priest over in Australia? How come there is no Levites over there in New Zealand? How come there, you know what I mean? Because Judah, the house of Judah went in the Atlantic slave trade. I mean, they were scattered everywhere. You feel me? So is there Haitians in Iceland right now is what I'm asking, because there's Judah, because there's Israelites in Iceland. That's my question.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So you never heard about it? Okay, because you never heard about a Haitian living in Iceland. You never heard about a Haitian. Listen to me, brother. Listen to me. I just listened to you. I didn't say nothing.
I'm hearing you, bro.
You never hear about no Haitian living anywhere other place in the country. So how could they be the Levitical priests? Because Judah got scattered everywhere, and they part of the house of Judah. They got scattered everywhere. So they should be everywhere like Judah. That's what I'm saying. So while you saying there's no argument, that is an argument, because that's proof right there.
Well, you know what's Eliezer, you know what's more proof? According to the words of the Messiah, and we know the Messiah is not a liar. Christ is not a liar. According to the book of Ezekiel, after the Magog war, Christ says he's going to return all 12 tribes from the captivity. All 12 tribes was on cargo ships. You didn't just have Levi with the Haiti. You had all kinds of tribes with the Haiti. Yes, the many Levites may have went there. That's true. But according to Christ, the Messiah, he said all 12 tribes, he's going to return from the captivity.
Yep, absolutely. Well, what I wanted to say to the brother, I never made a monopoly on Haitians being Levi, because there's Levites here in America. Because earlier, you heard earlier, what I said Levi is scattered everywhere. Didn't I say that?
Yeah, you said that. You said that.
Yeah, you probably didn't catch that part. You know what I'm saying? Levi scattered everywhere.
No, I heard that part. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I'm just trying to elaborate on what the brother was asking. Like, Levi was scattered everywhere. So was Judah, because like you look at Genesis 49, it tells you Judah shall not cease from having a lawgiver from between his legs, between his feet. So wherever Judah is, Levi will be there as well. There's Levi all over the earth. There's Levi in Africa. You go to the Volta region, you're gonna find Levi there.
No? Let me. I want to play this right here, because I think this video is powerful for all of us to understand. This is a straight shot at so-called Hispanics saying dealing with languages and stuff. So I'm going to play that video I just sent you. I think everybody will enjoy this. It's very powerful. Very powerful.
A one-of-a-kind manuscript written by a slave has now been preserved in the Library of Congress. The Arabic language autobiography spent decades in private collections before the library acquired it in 2017. Now it has been digitized for the world to read. And Amna Nawaz reports on the manuscript's remarkable journey for our ongoing Arts and Culture series, Canvas.
Born and raised in West Africa, Omar ibn Said was 37 years old when he was kidnapped and taken to America as a slave in the 1800s.
Before I came to the Christian country, my religion was the religion of Muhammad.
His autobiography in his native language of Arabic is believed to be the only one of its kind, the original words of a Muslim American slave.
Then there came to our place a large army who killed many men and took me and brought me to the Great Sea.
His literacy and culture completely goes against, abolishes, one might say, annihilates the narrative that slaves were not capable of culture. In fact, they were persons with distinct histories, abilities, culture, and background.
Allah Al-Rayis has studied and translated the words of Omar ibn Said.
They sold me into the hands of the Christians, who bound me and sent me on board a great ship, and we sailed upon the Great Sea a month and a half, when we came to a place called Charleston.
He was wealthy and he was highly educated, because in his autobiography.
Hey, do me a favor. Pause it real quick, Shawshan, real quick. I want to say something.
Indeed.
You guys heard what he said, right? It took them a month and a half from West Africa.
I caught it.
But these niggas was talking about the ships was on water for a year and a half, on waters for a year and a half.
I caught it. That's how I was hoping y'all get it. I caught it.
Go ahead, Shawshan.
Take that back. Yep, a month and a half.
We came to a place called Charleston.
He was wealthy and he was highly educated, because in his autobiography he speaks about spending 25 years studying.
Mary Jane Deeb is the chief of the African and Middle East Division at the Library of Congress, where Ibn Said's manuscript now lives.
So there was a man who's caught at the age of 37, and shipped off to South Carolina, in a country he doesn't know, among people whose language he doesn't know.
Ibn Said wrote he was sold to a, quote, small, weak, and wicked man called Johnson. After years of abuse, he fled, but was caught in North Carolina.
He is then captured and brought to a jail cell, and he begins to write on the walls of his jail cell in Arabic. So that attracted the attention of pretty important people, because the man who ends up buying him and releasing him from jail was the brother of the governor of North Carolina.
Over time, Ibn Said converted to Christianity. In his 60s, he wrote his own story, but only in Arabic.
It's written in Arabic, and so his masters could not really read it at all. They could not really influence its writing. And so it was really his exact words, unfiltered by the machinery of the editorship of masters and abolitionists, as other slave narratives were.
A machinery, Al-Raya says, erased countless narratives, including the fact that up to 20% of Africans enslaved in America were Muslim. Ibn Said, in fact, chose to open his autobiography with a verse from the Quran.
The crux of this Quranic chapter is that it's only God who has the possession and the ownership, both of human beings and of things. And therefore, it seems to me a kind of a hidden text. What Omar is saying is that you guys have no right to own me here.
It's a narrative that challenges the original concept of who the slaves were when they came here. They didn't really have a system of belief. They were uncultured. They didn't have a written system. This is what he brings to the table and basically says that is who we really are.
But before those pages written by Omar Ibn Said could be shared with the rest of the world, conservators here at the Library of Congress worked for months behind the scenes.
If this sounds the original concept of who the slaves really were.
The item as close to what it looked like at the time as possible.
Sylvia Albro led the effort to rescue the nearly 200-year-old manuscript. The materials themselves, she says, tell us even more about the life of Omar Ibn Said.
It's actually surprising that the quality of paper for his manuscript is really pretty good. The fact that he had at his disposal good quality materials is an indication of the respect that he had as a figure, even as a slave.
That respect brought Ibn Said to the attention of prominent abolitionists, missionaries, and linguists at the time, who translated his story and used it in their fight against slavery. The entire manuscript is now available online for a new generation to read Ibn Said's words for themselves. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Amna Nawaz in Washington, D.C.
And what a gift.
Now, I want that video to be played for this. Anybody on here right now that's on it, anybody in the comment board know why I played that video that's important about it? This is not only the part about it took 30-something days, but what else in that video that was very important?
That he spoke about?
Yep. Very important. Anybody in the chat room? Something that was said about the whole video that was anybody in the chat room that was very important that he said. That they said. I'll just tell you. He wrote Arabic. Okay? Understand this. Now, if he wrote Arabic, and we were slaves coming off of ships, right? And our last captivity was what?
Wait a minute. You talking about the captivity of Israel when we left the west coast of Africa?
Yeah.
Right. What captivity was that? Well, we was going into captivity.
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know.
I forgot the captivity before that. I think that was a Roman captivity, right?
Okay. We were speaking a certain language. This is why when they talk about these people over here at H-Town, the people they found in Hebrew writing, right? That's not the real Hebrew that they were speaking. Right? We wrote it Arabic.
Right.
Arabic and Arabic language is somewhat the same language that that speaks in the Hebrew. Is that how out there?
Oh my God.
Right. That was the captivity of we left the Roman captivity 70 AD and we fled into Africa. Then that was the 1600 captivity coming into America. So we should have been still speaking Greek, Latin, and Aramaic.
In fact, around 66 AD, that's when the Romans had a general. I can't remember his name right now. He had Jerusalem surrounded, right? But for some odd reason, he decided to pull back his troops. When he pulled back his troops, what did those people do that remember what Christ told them to do? Christ said, when you see Jerusalem surrounded with armies, know that the desolation is near. When he pulled back those troops in 66 AD, all those people who believed on Christ, they fled into Africa. Right. About 3 years later, 70 AD, that's when Jerusalem was sacked by Titus.
Right, and Vespasian, right.
And Vespasian, exactly.
Right, so that was the Roman captivity. After the Roman captivity was the American captivity.
Right, exactly.
You should have been speaking Latin, Greek, and because they were the three predominant languages at the time, and Hebrew, which was, well, we were speaking the sister language, the 10 tribes, or so they say, which was the Aramaic Hebrew. So that's what I was saying. Why wasn't no Aramaic Hebrew here on the side of the earth like we speak about Yehuda, instead of just Phoenician?
Exactly, because they never came over here during the Assyrian captivity. That's why. That's why.
When you look at the video, they said they were surprised he could write and speak it, but he had to be speaking another language also.
Right.
Right. And they never say that.
You know, Arabic is, very close to Hebrew. So I don't know why they would be surprised that he's speaking Arabic. Because when you look at the Arabic language and the Hebrew language and you link them up, how you say mom and father in Hebrew, Abba, how you say father in Arabic, Ab, how you say mother in Hebrew, Ama, how you say mother in Arabic, Ma. The language is very, very close when you match them all up.
Exactly.
So I don't know why they would be surprised that he could speak Arabic.
Exactly. And here's another thing too. I'm going to cut you off short, Sham. If the white man is getting off the topic just a little bit, but if the white man is Esau, right? Why the white man don't speak Arabic? Because that's the Esau's language. That's the Arabic in the Middle East language. Why they don't speak Arabic if they're supposed to be Esau? Most Europeans should be speaking the language of their ancestry. So if they Edomites, they should be speaking Arabic.
I'm not so sure about that one. Because Esau should have speak Hebrew as well. Because he learned that language. So Edomites. So the Edomites should have been speaking Hebrew too. But I know Esau did mix in with the Arabs as well.
You know what I'm saying, Shawshan? The reason why a lot of Europeans speak Hebrew is because most of those Europeans that do, they converted and became Jews. So they learned the language in the early centuries. But I'm saying as a whole, as Europeans as a whole, they should be speaking Arabic. If they say that they came from Edom.
I'm kind of okay.
We're gonna look into it.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little confused here, Huda. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Because I didn't know Edom was supposed to be speaking Arabic. I thought that was Ishmael.
Yes, you understand. Ishmael and Esau mixed. Right? That's how you got Arabics. When you look at what Arabic, they're just some people, they call them mingled people, they mixed. But their languages is, if you look at the Arabic, go do the research of the Edomite languages. You see Arabic is part of it.
Okay. I gotta check that out then.
Yeah, and like I said, like just like you said, the Arabic and the Hebrew is very similar. That's why the Edomites and the Hebrews, they understood each other. They communicated constantly.
But I thought that wait a minute. Ishmael was before Esau though, right?
Yes, but what I'm saying, when you do the scriptures, you see that Ishmael seed marry Esau's seed. They mingle. Yeah, that's how you got it. That's why you get Arabics. That's where the Arabics came from.
I'm trying to cut you off. Here goes something interesting. And, I think I want to talk that person to accuracy. But here goes something interesting. How did the white man understand the black guy was speaking Arabic?
What was that again, Kula?
How did the white people knew he was speaking Arabic? I mean, we gonna go deep into the rabbit hole. Not today, but and I just put it straight. Okay, I'm gonna put it out here just like that, y'all. Okay. F.O.P.E. We don't all believe the same thing, but we sit down and we go over and you want to start saying we do that.
Yeah, because I got some stuff to show you in the Hebrew about Esau that I think we need to go over. Some stuff.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
But I can tell you too. I got a statue of Hadad the Edomite. He's in the Bible. He's a black man, straight up black. Yeah. Another thing, the Edomites. The Edomites fled into Africa constantly. Just in fact, during 70 AD, all those Edomites that believed on Christ, guess where they fled to? Kuna.
They fled to Africa. I don't know.
They fled to Africa, and to this day, they call the Edu, they call the Edus and Idumas. They live in Africa, and they black.
Wasn't we enslaved at the same time with the Edomites and stuff like that?
Exactly.
Now, I like Yehuda. Hold on, I want everybody to know this. We don't all have the same belief on this channel. We try to come to that solution. Yehuda believe that the so-called white man is what's the Arabs or whatever like that. We don't hold that philosophy all the way. Even though I'm looking into it. I'm be honest with you. I'm really looking into it. I'm starting to sway, but some stuff I'm like, well, I can't see how we can get past certain things, but we are looking into that. And that's the dialogue. We don't use to have this dialogue. Y'all get a little different. We don't use to have this dialogue.
Yeah. Right.
I really don't want to go into it like that. But
one more thing, I mean to cut you off. One more thing. During the war of the Romans, guess who fought side by side with the Israelites to fight the Romans?
Edomites.
The Idumeans. They fought with the Israelites. In fact, some of them were generals leading Israelites to fight the Romans. The Romans couldn't tell who was who.
There's only one thing I would say that can really sway me, and then we're going to Obadiah and all that. But it's one thing I will always, I ain't gonna say sway me, but always have is when we read the scriptures and people say, well, see, we're going to go to a people that we knew not, language that we knew not, and we didn't know these people. Well, if we didn't know them people, then if we fled from the Romans, y'all say the Romans are Edomites, Esau of our brother.
The book of Jeremiah. That's what Jeremiah said. Yeah, the book of Jeremiah.
We live right beside Judah and Esau land right beside each other. So we knew them not. How can that be? And we were a so-called Esau's our brother. That's the only thing that's kind of, I'm like, if we use this line and say a nation will come from the north and we knew them not, right? Or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. In a language that we didn't know. But what language did Esau speak?
Jeremiah says an ancient nation. He says an ancient nation is going to come, a nation that you know not, a language that you know not.
Right. That's the only thing that got me confused. Other than that, But that's another topic. We talk about it offline, Israel. As much as y'all know, we be in the war room with each other.
Yeah, Esau spoke Hebrew. I know it for a fact. He started out in the Hebrew language.
Right. So,
but like I said, we'll see this stuff for later because, like I said, I got some stuff I want to show you. We can go over it.
Right.
As far as dealing with the whole stuff. Because, like I said, I've been looking into both sides of it.
Right. Y'all brothers gonna get a last word, but check out tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be real good, man. Some real powerful information coming out. LA's y'all want to say anything, man, before we get off?
Yeah, I just want to say, everybody have a nice day, man. May the Most High bless y'all right now because we're really living in lawless times, man. I witnessed in Hollywood last night after I got off the live with y'all like some real life action. And the dude ran to the police as they was driving by, and the police just rolled past and said, "We'll be back," and kept going. So then, so then it was just like everybody seen that. It's just like I had to tell the dude, like, you know, hey man, just I'm gonna walk you to the corner, bro. Just go ahead and leave. He ain't want. I said, bro, just leave before it get real. You feel what I'm saying? So I walked him to the corner, and it was really made me realize every day that we need to be realizing that due to the pandemic and how things is being ran, people are home. They are losing their mind. Their hand is idle. They with people that they didn't get a chance to hang with, and they doing stuff. You feel me? If you're not with it, just be careful. Because I'm telling you, every day is getting more lawless, more lawless. And a lot of these police are retiring to join militias because they don't have no power as a police officer to shoot you. They don't have no power as a police officer to kill you and you know, and persecute you how they want to. So they're retiring and waiting for the race war so they can kill you, and they know it's coming. So my suggestion to everybody: stay away from these pedophiles. That's number one. Be careful in these streets, and you know, and just say most high speed to everybody, bro. You feel me? Because it's getting real crazy out here.
Oh, praise. Oh, praise. Most high bless.
Brother. Kazak Yahoo, you want to say something?
Oh yeah, man. I want to say, man, shalom to the brothers. You know what I mean? May the Most High Yahuwah send baraka on all y'all families and keep y'all safe out here, because it's been wild out here ever since this pandemic, like the brother talking about. It's been wild west out here. You know what I'm saying? I already knew they telling us to put masks on, so that's a green light for niggas to wild out. Everybody's catching bodies left and right all day long. Like, you can't even go outside without somebody getting popped. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even know if you can get hit with a stray. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep doing the laws and make sure that you're on the right side. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to send prayers and blessings to everybody, man. May the Most High be with us, man. It's wild out here. Just pray that y'all brothers, man, just keep doing what y'all doing, and then Most High willing, I'll be on the panel tomorrow with the brother, so we all can chop it up and all that.
Oh, praise. Oh, praise. Oh, by the way, Most High will 2 to 3 weeks. It's the Most High will. I'm going down. Well, I'm not gonna say where I'm going. Undisclosed area. Look at land. I'll be shooting the video live. Most High will. So look forward to that, and many other things. Let me say this too. I want to, send up prayers for all of Israel, man. The ones that are striving in the truth, the ones that sincerely trying to serve the Most High. And the ones that has wicked spirits, so that we ask Most High to take them spirits off of them brothers and sisters and bring them into the light, man, so they can see them. Thank all my moderators on, everybody that's not a moderator, but especially thanks for my moderators, man. All praise to the Most High, man. Thanks for holding it down like y'all always do. Y'all always hold it down for F.O.P.E. All right, so I want to do my little radio voice there for y'all, man. But Most High bless y'all, man. We love y'all. Stay strong in the spirit, man, and stay away from these Pharisees, man. No doubt, stay with these Pharisees, man. So I say,
Done. What's up, bless? Shabbat Shalom, Israel. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Shabbat Shalom.
You know why we're not afraid? What? He's great internal. Turmoil is destruction. Y'all think he come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we're out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. Go! Fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker, popo. It's my battle cry. Oh! Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that swore. They stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. Lord! Generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege, given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say, Jacob, don't take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march the ox on drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped out for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives know red dot that feather. Mi primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out with the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker, popo. It's my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting. Of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm higher. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat fashioned. In the trap we escaped, our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnated, so be hopeful and know I bring word from me and no to Pharaoh and white folk, let my people go, cuz